Welcome back to day 3 of our Asia trip. We had to wake up pretty early because we had to go onto the bus because we booked a heritage tour today. First stop was Nara, and this was the deer park. The deers were really cute. When you bowed to them, they would bow back, and we gave them a lot of biscuits. And they were kind of persistent. They kept following Ethan all around, and at some point I kind of got a bit scared because they just kept chasing me around and butting into me and biting me, but they were so cute though. We decided to go and look at the temples afterwards, so we took a stroll down and paid the admission fee to look at them. They were really gorgeous, and there were big Buddha statues inside as well. After walking inside and viewing the temples, our tour guide showed us a place where we could wash our hands, and apparently it was just meant to help cleanse you as you go into the temples. We took this really big long street down and just explored around Nara. It was such a big park, and we found more deers and gave them more biscuits. But honestly, in the 2 hours we were there, we could not cover the whole entire park. There was so much that we missed, and honestly, if we were to go back, I think we needed to dedicate a whole entire day to just exploring the park. The next stop was Uji River, where we explored the Matcha Street. So apparently this was one of the biggest matcha production areas in Japan, and where majority of the matcha comes from. Not too sure if that was true, but it had such stunning, gorgeous views. And it was just so beautiful, and honestly this was probably me and Ethan's favorite part of the trip. Walking down Matcha Street, it was really cool to see all the matcha products, and we started getting kind of hungry, so we were kind of looking around and trying to find a restaurant to eat at. After walking around, we found this place that specialized in matcha noodles, and the menu had a lot of options, but we went for a spicy and non-spicy option. And let me tell you, the food here was probably the best food I've had all trip in Japan so far. Straight off the bat, it looks delicious, so appetizing, and Ethan got some matcha powder, but I didn't. Either way, they both look absolutely delicious, and the noodles have a slightly green tint to them, and they were so good. We then also ordered some matcha dumplings off the menu, and these were so funny to look at because they were just green in color, and I didn't know whether or not it would just taste like straight up matcha. They didn't taste like matcha, but they were really filling, and they just tasted like pork dumplings. We then found out they had matcha beer, and it was just so funny to see a just completely green looking beer. Apparently it had a very strong alcoholic taste, but there's a small hint of matcha, not so much. After eating, we explored more around the Uji River and found this really beautiful statue. I don't exactly know what it was about, but we headed down and looked at the surrounding river, and we decided to walk along the riverbanks. It was just so refreshing to be around nature and just see what it had to offer. The view itself was just amazing, and I think it was definitely one of the highlights of the trips walking down here. Ethan spotted something in the algae, and he pulled up this little turtle friend. He was really cute, and don't worry, we did put him back like instantly. Ethan just wanted to show us, and he looked really angry. The scenery was just immaculate, and after walking up we found this red bridge that led to this temple looking tower, and after crossing the red bridge, it was just gorgeous. Like, words cannot describe how green and vibrant everything was. We explored around the area and took a couple photos before walking further up, and we decided to walk or cross another bridge to get to a temple, and we found a place for Ethan to wash his hands, and we both just washed our hands to cleanse ourselves before heading up to the temple to pray. We had to rush back to the tour bus after because our next stop was Toji Gate. It was just gorgeous. It was really beautiful, although it was really hot and crowded. There were a lot of people around, but it was really worth just coming and seeing just how gorgeous everything was. And it was really nice knowing the history behind the 1,000 gates and how a lot of Japanese people's prayers have been answered for them to donate their gates. It was a really hot day, so we only went to the first temple, and we cleansed our hands, put a 5 yen coin, because it's meant to be good luck, and call out to the gods into the temple coin slot. And we bowed left, bowed right, and clapped our hands twice before making our wish. And we headed back to Osaka, and the tour was finished. We decided to have some late night fun because it was our last night in Osaka because we are catching the train tomorrow. And I got to try this shooting game. I didn't win anything, but we headed to round 1 after, and this was Ethan's first attempt on the ball and he fell off. But we went to different floors and we ended up doing this really cool roller skating, and it was so fun, and it was probably such a highlight for the last night, although your legs do start to hurt after a while because the roller skates are pretty tight. We went to indoor soccer, and this is just a compilation of Ethan just absolutely destroying me, and I just flew everywhere. I did not stand a single chance against him, honestly. We tried to make things a bit fair and decided to race for the ball, but yeah, I mean the clip says for itself, but I obviously am no match for just how strong his force is. We went back to the bull riding and Ethan finally mastered the bull. And yeah, this was our last night in Osaka, and we had a train to catch the next morning, so we headed home. Next stop is Tokyo, so please leave in the comments if you have any suggestions for us to do, and thank you for watching. Bye!